welcome back to the next video. And it took me some time to get to it. I'm sorry for the delay, but here I am. And in this video, we are going to talk about troops, different types that we have: infantry, rider, ranged, and engines. And real quick, the purpose of this video is gonna be which troop type attacks which one well and which one you should focus on depending on the type of commander that you are. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. So let's see infantry. We're gonna see a particular chart, which is this one, and this will explain few things. One is, this is called troop advantage chart, and we are looking at infantry. What this explains is what kind of troop has an upper hand on which troop and a lower hand to which troop. In case of infantry does more damage to riders, but it takes more damage from ranged. Same goes for riders. Riders do more damage to range, but they take more damage from infantry. Range has the same thing. They take more damage from riders, but they do more damage to infantry. And pretty much everybody damage engines more. How much is the damage and and the statistics, we'll get down to that in a minute. But I just wanted to point this out, that this is particularly the reason why most people don't like engines to be part of a rally, because a rally has a certain size, say a 2 million or a million a troop rally. If you fill it up with, say, 100,000 of engines, you're losing that many number of troops to something that can do more damage compared to taking less damage. So rally is mostly, specifically if you're rallying a particular tower or a particular base, a person's shelter, they will have infantry, ranged riders, or like either one of them more compared to the other. But the point is, everything is gonna do more damage to engines. You don't want that. That is why if you are joining anybody's rally, please do them and everybody who joined that rally a favor not to send engines. Don't send engines in a rally. Now, let's see what advantages a particular troop, what are the statistics of each troop. So first of all, right now, whichever troop I'm gonna tier troop that I'm gonna select, I'm gonna be able to see the stats of that particular troop. So let's start from tier 1. Tier 1 infantry has attack of 46, defense of 106, HP 107, and travel speed 975. Load and might is just one troop is equal to one might. Now just keep these numbers in mind, specifically HP, attack, defense. Travel speed will get down to that, but the first three, they are pretty important. Now let's go to tier 2 real quick. See, attack 106, defense 138, HP 139. Now if we go back to tier 1 for a second, this is a significant jump. So from 46 attack and 107 HP, we jump to 106 attack and 139 HP. Look at the defense and HP over here. They are pretty comparable. Defense basically means how much of a hit you can take. Like anybody attacks you with 106 of attack, you have more defense than the attack and more HP, you're gonna take less damage. That's why infantry is more tankier. They can take a hit. They do less damage, but they can take a hit and stand. On the other hand, over here, 106 and 107. So defense and HP, they both are comparative for your infantry. Now I have T5 open for infantry and attack is 180. Defense is 212 and HP is 214. Now this is pretty significant. Each troop has 9 times the might of tier 1 troop. So this is pretty significant. Imagine if I send out 200,000 infantry march out of T5. That might alone is pretty significant. So keep that in mind, like 1.8 million out is pretty good. Now let's quickly see riders. Now riders again takes more damage from infantry. Actually it's like if I'm not wrong, they take 5% to 10% more damage, and they do 5 to 10% more damage. So like riders will do about 5 to 10% more damage to ranged, but they take about 5-10% more damage from infantry. It's somewhere around that. I'll clarify that by the end of the video, maybe in the comments. But let's quickly see. Now over here for tier 1, you'll see that the attack is 48 and defense is 105. See, and HP is 102. Now see, the HP of riders is less than that of your infantry. Infantry do more damage to riders and they have less HP. But the only thing is infantry do less damage compared to your riders. Let me just remember that number 48. This is 46. So this is less damage. And this difference doesn't look much right now, but imagine a 200k squad that's out on the field. This difference become very significant. Plus, this difference increase as we jump from tier 1 to tier 2 and so on. Like for example, tier 5 of rider has attack of 190, defense of 210 and HP of 104. On the other hand, over here T5 has, okay, my bad, this attack is significantly less. It was 210 for that, is 180 over here. Defense is very much more and HP is more. So let's check this out. Let's see ranged. In ranged, let's see T5. Attack is 220. Now this is so far the max because range does most damage out of all three. But look at the HP. It's so far the least out of all three, which means they are gonna die quicker compared to the rest of the two. So basically what ranged troops do, first of all, they're gonna do more damage to infantry, and they are the most damaging unit on the field anyways, but they die the quickest. So if you're hitting a tower or a base, you won't wanna hit with them first because they're gonna die very quickly, unless you have a rally that and your team can keep that. If you have a rally that is very much range focused, like you have 2 range heroes that is running a rally and your team can keep it filled up, you can burn down that tower pretty quickly compared to if you use, say, rider or infantry. Much is most likely people do riders when they do any kind of siege. But yes, so yeah, you just, and plus they are slow. You see, travel speed is 725. Riders on the other hand, let's say T5, 885. 725 and 885. Pretty huge difference. Even I think infantry is faster. 805. So far range is the slowest. Infantry is mid. Riders is the fastest out of all three. If you look at the same tier troop. Now, when you're battling, you'll have different tier troops on the field. Let's say if you're fighting T3 with T5, which you should not do that, but let's say you are. The travel speed is faster. So you can potentially outrun if you're the I don't remember exactly if any kind of infantry hero does give any speed boost. But if there is a way where you have any kind of travel boost on your T3 infantry, you can potentially outrun a T5 rider if their heroes don't give any speed buff, which doesn't happen. Disregard my last comment. Basically, lower tier troops travel faster, but they die quicker. So there is a give or take in that regards. Let's see if we have not infantry. Let's see riders. Let's see T3 riders. 975. Now that's significant. But when it comes to speed, I think T1 engines, they are the fastest. And there is if you have what's that hero? I think it was Jeremy. Yes, he provides engine travel boost up to 30%. He's one of the, I think there's one more if I'm not wrong, maybe, but this is one of the hero that does boost engines. So if you just want to get someplace in hurry, say in Pompeii, you want to get to a particular outpost in a rush, you can potentially outrun even good rider squads to get to that location. Only point is this thing cannot take a hit at all. So you can get to a certain location and hold, you can say get it, and it does take 60 seconds for it to go back to the other team in Pompeii. But yeah, so during that time, if you get your infantry squad who is going to actually defend that particular outpost, good. Other than that, yeah, just for speed, T1 engines and Jeremy can boost it. But so far, if we talk about these three basically combat troops, infantry, rider and range, mostly in you should, now the question comes down to be which one you should train. Depends on which heroes are you focusing on. If you're focusing on infantry heroes like Ragoro or Tom, you should definitely have more infantry. If you're focusing on rider heroes, like in the early game you have Cynthia, Catherine, Park for the most part, then you'll have riders. And if you have in early game you don't have many range heroes, you pretty much only have Akemi, and later on the first pair that comes out is Louise and Maya, but they come out close to when your federation is I think your Metropolis just opens after that. The first top commander pair is that. My memory is betraying me at the point, but yeah, that is gonna be the first pair that comes out for ranged. But until then, rider and infantry will be the main focus. So I would suggest, based on whom you're investing your relics in, go for infantry or riders for the most part if you are in early game. Later game, if you have your alliance defined which kind of commanders they're gonna have and who is gonna be what kind, then you can potentially go more ranged or infantry or riders. But yeah, think I kind of made my point here. Don't invest your speed ups on all three. One thing that I made a mistake on that, spending all the speed ups in all three. Don't do that. You wanna have one good march. Now this is where I would like to talk about a march. Let's see. Call this person back, and I wanna show you something. Okay, real quick. Collect it. Is my troop back? Yes, it is back. Come on. Good. Now let's zoom out. Let's see. Now let's go this. Attack. Come on, attack. Now I'm creating a march. I have only infantry T5, so I'm gonna try to make infantry march. Let's see. Now this is how I'm making a march. First of all, look at this. When leading 2 or more troops, I have increased squad attack by 12%. I do want that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it 4. Make this 1. Why I'm gonna go with riders? Because even though I get this squad attack, range does more damage, but they die fast. But you'll anyway get the buff if you have this kind of setup. Or maybe, let's say this, make it 5. Cool. Now I have this buff and setup. Now this is what we call, if I don't want to have this 5 here, I can totally run the whole march with 275 infantry. 175,275 infantry. I can do that. That is what we call a full march. You do want that. Why? Because say if I'm running Raigoro and Charlie, now I have 194,750 capacity. I only have 180,000 infantry. I have to get other ones to fill up the gap. Raigoro is predominantly a infantry commander. He buffs infantry attack and defense. Same, infantry attack and infantry HP. Charlie, infantry defense. Infantry squad attack. Infantry HP. Now, these buffs only will apply to infantry, not the rest. That is the reason you want the entire squad out to have that buff, because you're losing like 14,000 some troops worth of buff that I can potentially have. So this is the reason why it is important to know which troop type to focus on and why. With that, this is it for the video, and if you have any questions, do ask me, and I'll try my best to answer it. And have a great night or day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys soon.